Okay, guys, so let's take a look at this next group of Simon Solid Modeling 2. This first one, if you recall in class, I said that remember that this back surface is flat, the bottom surface is flat. We have a 30-degree angle on the top and a 30-degree angle on the side. So I'm going to draw a basic shape, wedge shape, and extrude it, then cut off down this angle here, and then take this part out. So let's get started on this. This is in metric units. I'll zoom in on that. And file, new, metric, standard, millimeter part. Start the sketch. I'm going to use the XY plane. I'll work off the origin point and basically draw that shape. Okay. I'm just taking a guess here, and something like so. Okay, so it's 250 millimeters on length. Let me get here, 250 millimeters, 250. So it zooms up for me. 120 tall. Okay. All right, so we've got 90 millimeters from the back surface to where this corner is. Okay. Note that this corner is not the same corner as this corner. They don't touch. Okay, so keep that in mind. 90 millimeters to this corner from the back surface. So basically this line right here is 90. All right. We've got 35 millimeters to this first cut here. The 30 millimeters, the inside of the cut right here. And it's a depth of 20 millimeters. 20 millimeters deep. I did something wrong there. What'd I do? Put in 2 millimeters. Should be 20. There we go. Okay, now we have a 30-degree angle right here. Remember, if we do an angle, we pick one of the legs of the angle. And since I don't have a leg here, I'm going to pick this horizontal, right? So I can pull that off of there. 30 degrees. My numbers are small. All right. So that's basically that, right? We got height. We've got length. We've got this angle. We don't need to know this because we've got the angle and it goes till it stops. And we've got this distance here, and we're going to extrude it 175 millimeters. Oh wait, let's put this hole in here. 20 millimeter diameter, 50 over, 25 up. So we'll put a circle right here. 20 millimeter diameter. It's 50 over. What's this at? 35? 25. 25 up. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to do the extrusion for 175 millimeters. So I'll finish the sketch. Extrude. Pick the profile. 175. Okay, so now I've got this. Now how I make this here is I'm going to put a sketch plane on the very top, and I'm going to draw a triangle, and I'm going to use these dimensions to place it, right? So I'll put a sketch plane on the top. I'm going to rotate this here. We grab this little arrow here to rotate it. I'm just going to draw a triangle out here. Doesn't matter where, just off to the side or wherever. I'm not putting it on the object yet because I don't want it to get messed up with constraints that I don't want to have. Okay, first off, I'm going to put it 75. Well, let me give it an angle here. This is 30 degrees, right? Let's put a dimension here. That's a 30-degree triangle. Okay, so I'm going to go from the back face to this point is 75 millimeters. So from here to this point is 75 millimeters. All right, now I want to make this line and this line coincident, or collinear, I should say, collinear. So I'll pick the collinear constraint, pick this line and this edge, and it pops it right there. Now I got a problem here because I want this to come all the way out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on this guy here, this line, and drag it out. I can drag it out as far as you want, it doesn't matter. Okay. And then I'm going to finish the sketch. I'm going to extrude and pick the triangle, all of the triangle. Make sure you get everything. That right there. Yeah. And do a cut and through all. No, through all. There we go. You see basically what I did there is I created a cutting tool and I lopped it off. Okay, we had a problem here. Oh, okay, it worked there. I don't know what was going on. Look over here, there's no problems. Usually if there's a problem, it'll have a little warning thing. Right, it was just some weird glitchy, almost a click something. It's always user error. 99.9% of the time it's user error. Happens to me all the time. What's it doing? Okay, yeah, alright, whatever. Alright, so now I'm going to do this part here. Now I can do this two ways. I can just put a rectangle up here and drop it down, or I can draw a rectangle on the back surface and just shoot it out forward. I'm going to do it that way this time in class. I did it on top and dropped it down. In one of the classes I did this. So let's go to the back surface. And pick this back surface, and I'm just going to put a rectangle here like so, and it's 50 over from the left edge, right? Put the dimension there, 50. It's 75 from here to here, so just put a dimension there, 75. And it's 25 deep from the top surface. So I'll go from this edge to the bottom is 25. Okay, finish that sketch. See where I'm going with this? Now I have a cutting edge, a cutting tool where I can hit extrude, pick that right there, hit cut, and through all. So it cuts it all the way through. Okay, so I got that. Now this hole here, it's 20 millimeter diameter, 25 from the edge, 40 from the back. So we'll just put a sketch right here, circle on it. Try not to pick to one of those lines because they don't stick. I have to deal with that business. Okay, 20. Geez, I did it again. He did it again. 20. There we go. And what was it? It was 25 and 40. So 25 from here, 40 from the back. Finish the sketch and extrude it down. Pick that. Do cut through all. So, okay. It's always going to be through all unless I give you a depth. There's no depth symbols here. Okay. So we go through all. And yeah, it does look like it's the nature of an isometric view. It does kind of give the illusion that it's, you know, pyramidical, if that's a word, but it's not. Notice like here you've got this short distance between here and here. You don't have that over here. That's parallel. This is not. Okay. So you got your front view, all these different views. Okay, angle slider, file, save as, angle slider.